Greetings everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. Today we've got another new Balisong for you guys. This one was not sent to me for free by the company. This one was actually purchased by the funds that I make from this channel. So I wanted to take the time to say thank you guys for all of your support that allows me to actually purchase things so I can make videos for you. It is super sick. I don't take it for granted, I swear. It is awesome. Now, what Balisong is it? You guys already know. You've seen the title and the thumbnail, but check this out. Now, honestly, full disclosure, I have opened this and flipped it already. When I was moving in, I didn't want to open the kite because that would have, you had to break open the package and all that, and it would have ruined the unboxing experience. This one, I just wanted to flip something new while I was moving in, and I didn't have space to record because all of this stuff was just all boxes. So I opened this thing up, and man, do I wish that I had actually recorded it, because this thing, I mean, first of all, look at this box. This box is beautiful. I love, the transparent skeletonized picture of the Zenith trainer on the front. Love the design on the back. It's just very stylized and honestly incredibly attractive packaging that I really appreciate. And once you open it up, you see the Balisong that I have purchased. This is the Zenith V2, coming with a few things of extra hardware here. No extra bushings, but extra pivot screws and washers. A Bally boot, which is the source of my problems with this unboxing experience. And the trainer itself, complete with a bunch of gunk on the blade. This thing was purchased under the garage sale that they were putting on, so I got this for pretty much half off of the normal price. The normal price is about $70. I got this thing for about $35. I want you guys to keep that in mind, because some of the things that I criticize about this might be because of the fact that it is a blemish from the garage sale. I'm not sure, but I will be looking at this thing as a $70 Balisong. Actually, we're going to do something interesting in this video, because I'm going to look at it in two ways. I'm going to look at it under the context that it's a $35 Balisong, and I'm going to look at it under the context that it's a $70 Balisong, because it genuinely does make a difference. But first, the unboxing experience was me trying to get the Bally boot off of the end of these handles. Because if I were to push this all the way back on, I would have the same struggle. This thing would not come off. Oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. I was literally sitting here with my foot pressing the handles together like that, trying to yank the thing off. It wouldn't come off. I couldn't pull it by the string because I thought I was going to rip it. It is an unbelievably tight fit if you push it all the way on like that, and it just grips the thing so well. Even not pushing it all the way right now, you can see there's still maybe like half an inch before it gets to the true max. I shouldn't have already done that because it's genuinely difficult to get off. So this is the Zenith V2, Flytanium's attempt at a budget Balisong. Let's look at this thing as a $70 Balisong. I should like it. I should. I really should. Now, again, I have flipped this a tiny bit, but this is still first impressions. I'm still going to do a follow-up video. So this isn't exactly like immediate first impressions, but it still is first impressions because of how little I flipped it. I should like this. On paper, it does enough things right that I should enjoy it, but I just don't. For a $70 Balisong where it's competing with things like, especially now, where it's competing with things like the Cheese, or like the Kite AL over here, or even the Nibali's Impulse. I know I just made that video saying that we shouldn't be comparing stuff like that. So I'll put it this way. I'm fairly certain this is made. Flytanium is an American company. I'm fairly certain this is made in China. I have a lot of trouble believing that they would be able to fully produce a 70-75 bushing Balisong for $75, much less discount it to $35. But I can't say that for sure, so I'm not going to look at this thing as American made or Chinese made, and as such, I am going to compare it to some of the other things around its price point, because I just like everything else better. I like the Cheese better, I like the Refault better, I like the Orion AL, the Kite AL better. I like even the Impulse I like a little bit better than this thing. And I can't really figure out why. It does everything I want it to. It's 70-75, it's bushings. The balance is fine. Like, it fans okay. There's a little bit of hesitation in the fan, but like, it does fan. I can't say that it doesn't. I can't say that it really struggles with fans. It's just not as quick and snappy as I usually like with my fans. It chaplains okay. It rollovers okay. It 0G's okay. Like, it does everything that I would want it to. It's not like an OG Squiddy where I have trouble fanning it and where it just can't do a section of tricks. Like, it just works. But I just... Actually, 70-75 for the price is really good, but I just don't enjoy it. The handle geometry is really weird. The handles are square, but they don't feel like it because they actually are a little bit longer than they are tall. But it's thick enough that it doesn't really get kind of... There are a few rectangular balisongs that I'm fine with because it doesn't really feel that awful. This is like a bulky rectangular shape, and I just don't like it. It just feels awkward. The finish is not great. This bead blast or whatever it is, it feels chalky. It feels not good whatsoever. It feels like the squid stuff at Blade Show when a bunch of people have touched it. It's very unpleasant to my hand. Not awful by any means, but still just unpleasant. The thing just kind of feels loose. Like, it's not tapping, but there is a ton of play close to tap. I'm not usually someone who super cares about that kind of stuff. But when you combine it with things like the weird handle geometry and the not so great finishing, it just kind of comes together to make a balisong where I'm like, I would just rather have other things. Even the way that it flips, sure, it does all the tricks that I want it to do, but the fans hesitate a little bit. Even something like a chaplain or a rollover, it feels like it wants to fly away. And it's not so bad on either of those points. Like, it doesn't hesitate on fans enough that I don't enjoy fanning on it, and it doesn't fly off enough that I say it's like a Vulp or something like that. But it's just enough to throw you off when you're flipping. It's just enough for you to doubt the balisong when you're about to go for a trick and to trip you up or slow you down. So while it technically can do all the tricks that you might want it to do, I don't trust it to. And maybe that's something that'll change as I spend more time with this thing for the follow-up. But as it stands right now, it's a balisong that, again, on paper, I should love. It should be great for the price, for everything. But when you compare it to other stuff in its price range, it just kind of falls short. Especially, wow, the Kite AL just feels so much more premium. And again, I am kind of violating my own video here by comparing these two. But I am fairly certain that they're making this in China as well. I'd be very, very shocked if this was an American-made balisong with these specs. Again, I tried looking it up. I couldn't find anything that said one way or the other. All I really found is that people said that they manufacture their scales in China, Flytanium does. So I have no idea. I'm going to assume, but I'm not going to fully commit to that idea. So more importantly than where it was made, I really want to focus down on the price. Because if you handed this to me and said, I just got this for $35, what do you think? I would think it's honestly pretty great. Sure, I would still pick something like the Impulse. But honestly, for $35, you're getting a hell of a deal here. 70-75 aluminum, bushings. It does what you want it to do. It's an interesting design. I do really like the trainer blade. I like the colors. I like the customization. It has a genuinely effective bite handle indicator. So for $35, I love it. Well, maybe not love it, but you can't really argue with it at that price, I don't think. It's one of those like impulse purchase balisongs. It's only when you start going up to $70 that I'm like, yeah, I would just rather have something else. And I think that is ultimately where I stand as my first impressions on the Zenith V2. It does things well enough, but I would rather just flip something else. And my biggest actual problem, well, I mean, I have a lot of big actual problems that I described before, but the one problem that I would say is irredeemable is this Zen nipple is huge and regularly messes me up on rollovers, specifically this one where I go around like this. You can just, I mean, you can see the way that your finger interacts with it when you go around like that, and it just doesn't feel great. I think that's like my biggest issue with it that I think a lot of people would agree with. Because some people will be like, well, I like Bead Blast. And some people will be like, no, I actually like the thicker but still rectangular handles. I think the one thing that people aren't going to like across the board is the bigger Zen nipple. I've never heard anyone say, oh my gosh, the Zen nipple needs to be bigger because I really like the way that it feels when it rubs up against my finger. Maybe there's someone out there. But the Zenith V2, I would just kind of rather have something else. Yeah, it does things good, but not good enough. For the price, I can't really complain. I'm not going to look at you and tell you not to buy this thing. If you look at this thing and it looks interesting to you, go for it. Run it. That's great. It'll serve you well. You will probably enjoy it. But for me, I would just rather have something else. On paper, everything works. In practice, very little does. So we'll see how things change. Stay tuned for the update video when I've spent more time with this thing and I can more accurately compare it to some other things in the price range. But for now, thank you all for watching. Thanks to Flytanium for putting on a sale that made me interested enough to get one of these, I guess. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.